Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, in honor of Hideki Matsuyama's first major championship, first Japanese Masters winner, I've cracked out a little Hibiki, the Japanese Harmony blend, and man, is it tasty.
Nice. Yeah. How about you like halfway through the show, you're gonna start like doing the sake and
maybe. Hey, maybe sushi is on its way tonight from DoorDash. Could be no free sponsors, by the way, DoorDash. So we'll be waiting on your call. That could be what. Let's see. Well, what did you think, man? It has been so short-lived. November to April, we get the Masters. We'll talk a little about that. I don't want to go down the road of did it disappoint, but did it deliver? I think the short answer for me is yes. Obviously, that lots of folks that didn't make it to the weekend that I was very surprised about. Some folks that did make it to the weekend that I was also surprised about. But congratulations to Hideki, man. He kind of pulls it off. He fires a 69, 71, 65, which kind of sealed the deal for him on Saturday. And he comes back on Sunday, and +1 on the day is good enough to walk away with a one-stroke victory over Will Zalatoris. So, which leads me to my next question: is Hideki going to light is he going to light the flame for the Olympics in Japan this year?
Oh, I think that's a good possibility. Yeah, I think that's a really solid possibility. And did it deliver? Well, if you're in Japan, it sure as hell did. I'll tell you that.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, it's they kind of had it on repeat, right? Talking about it was 5 a.m. or something in Japan. So basically, I'm saying nobody went to work today in Japan. It was a total celebration. They were throwing out some of the numbers about how many residents there are, how many golfers there are, et cetera. So I'm sure that he is going to be well decorated. I did get a picture. I forget who posted it on Instagram, but I did see a picture of Hideki at the airport. He had his green jacket laid over the chair beside of him. He was rolling through his phone. I'm sure it was all the congratulations and can't believe you pulled it off, or glad you pulled it off, however you want to look at it. But yeah, I thought, I don't know, coming into Sunday with a 4-shot lead, it's still the Masters. I still enjoyed my, I forget what that little box, my Masters goodie box. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I've definitely put on a few LBs over the weekend. That egg salad. And, good. Yeah, perfect. I was hoping it would work. So the pimento cheese was rocking. The barbecue was rocking. The egg salad, I was having that for breakfast in the morning. It's was it all
really good? Yeah.
I mean, it tasted just like I was at the Masters.
Oh, wow.
So I was excited to see that it was televised early in the morning. They didn't make you wait around all day. I did have a glitch, though, that was pretty prevalent in the Masters app, where they kept talking over each other. So I don't know what the issue was with the audio feed that was coming in, but I had Dottie talking, and I had Jim talking, then I had one of the Immelmans talk, and they were just talking all over each other. So I had to do a lot of backups and resets, but nevertheless, I caught plenty of golf. No, I don't have my fill yet, but I now talking about disappointment. I was a little bit disappointed when I woke up this morning.
Why?
I got a feeling I'm going to have to wait 12 months for the next Masters. I don't think we're going to get a 6-month run on this one, man. I think this is going to be a 12-month or so. My favorite tournament of the year. It's my favorite time of year. It's when you kind of know that the year has begun, at least for me. And I got another 12 months to go.
So this is the second year in a row that we've had a leader go into Sunday with a 4-shot lead. And it doesn't make for great TV in terms of drama. It's great to see Hideki win. Does this mean he's going to open the floodgates? I don't think so. I think Hideki struggles with the putter. Short game looked really good. Yeah. And he's more like that Sergio at who else is a big ball striker that can't putt? That kind of league, right? Adam Scott. Scotty.
Adam Scott.
But did you know that when somebody's got a 4-stroke lead going into Sunday, there's a 70% chance they're going to pull that off historically.
Gonna have to
You know
make
that
some Sunday
over
bets.
60% of the people took the field yesterday?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Big day for old Vegas.
So Vegas made some money, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did have a deposit in my bank account. It was not enough to actually talk about, but at least it was something coming back to the Birdies and Bourbon show. So so I at least checked something in the right box.
I saw a ton of people talking about your Masters snack pack. I saw a ton of people celebrating with a rye unlike any other.
Ooh, and by the way, not only did I hear them celebrating with our first major series pick from New York Distilling of Ragtime Rye, we got a lot of positive response and feedback on Instagram and Twitter, more so on Instagram, but we got a lot of positive feedback. And we've actually had some folks already reach out to put their pre-order in for the Sagamore barrel pick coming up for the PGA Championship at Kiowa. And just so you know, there's fewer bottles of that than there was of the Masters pick. So if you want those, DM us birdies_bourbon. Be happy to get those to you. Looking forward to another great release with our partners from Rochester Elite Barrel Pickers Club. I may have gotten it. That may have been the closest I've gotten yet, but
he'll let you know. He'll let you.
Oh, sure he will. Oh, he'll let me know. All right. He's probably got a comment. Already got a comment in there. But yeah, so we got a great Sagamore Spirit cast strength. That's Sagamore Spirit, no S. Yeah, we're looking forward to getting that one out to the whiskey and golf fans. And I am sure that you're going to be just as excited about pouring this one for the PGA Championship as you were pouring the Masters pick. Let's see. Will Zalatoris, man, I tell you what, they couldn't have, you think so. Will Zalatoris finishes at 9 under second. Jordan Spieth finishes 7 under T3 with Xander Schauffele. I feel like Spieth is, I feel like his feelings are probably a little hurt, man. They were definitely giving Will a lot of love. Now, I don't know about the whole Happy Gilmore show they were putting on out there. I don't know how, so we're not going to linger on that one. I don't know how he's taking that. I'm wondering if Happy is going to be on the bag at the next tournament. Where did we see,
it was at the U.S. Open, I think, right?
At the U.S. Open, we saw Noonan on the bag. So are we going to see Happy Gilmore on Zalatoris's bag coming up for the Open? I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. But,
I definitely think should be a Happy Gilmore part 2 now, for sure.
It's already cast, so I don't know what the issue is.
I think we watched it on Sunday.
Exactly. So were you surprised to see? So Will comes out, he fires a 70, 68, 71, and a 70. Were you surprised to see him kind of hold on? I believe this was his first appearance, and there hasn't been a first-time winner there. So continued that tradition since Fuzzy Zeller, I think, in 79. Were you surprised to see him kind of gunning for him? Because, I mean, coming down to the end there, Hideki had a 2-shot cushion coming into 18. So you figure you're really not going to screw it up that bad. He does hit it over in the sand, though, from a really good lie in the fairway. Hit a really good drive, pushes it right in the sand trap. Saw a lot of people hitting it out of there. Wasn't much of an issue for anybody. But
I thought I was the only guy with a 28-inch waist that could hit the ball like that around Augusta National.
No. That's 28. That's your leg size. They're talking about the actual waist, like the belt size. Yeah.
No, man, it's great. He did a great job, man. Yeah, he is definitely known now. Yeah, I mean, Hideki made a big splash in Japan. I think Will Zalatoris made a big splash here in the U.S. Yeah.
Is he going to be the first non-PGA card holding member to make the Ryder Cup?
No, that's a good one.
I mean, he's definitely moving up in the ranks. Hey, he will be a card carrying member before long, I'll assure you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he went top 6 at the U.S. Open, and then we got this T2 at the Masters. I mean, that's
a solo 2. That's a solo second place.
Okay, yeah, second place. So that's a lot of high praise for a couple of majors here. I mean, that's really good. Yeah, that's this guy. I mean, everybody was talking about him on the Korn Ferry Tour. And then he had a good year last year coming out with some tournaments. And then it's like, wow, this guy's here to stay. Yeah. Watch out, Jordan Spieth.
Speaking of Spieth, as I mentioned before, T3 was Xander Schauffele. I think Spieth is back, man. 71, 68, 72, 70. So level par was his worst round of the weekend. Now, granted, it is Augusta and it is Spieth. I don't know how many times has he won there, like 6 or 7 times? 6 times?
I think it was 6 times that Spieth won in Augusta.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he shows up. I mean, he's already the winner. So, he said, hey, go badmouth on that guy and see what kind of hate mail you get, right?
Just crown him. No.
But, I wasn't surprised. I played him in my lineup, and I was surprised that he didn't make a little more. I mean, I'm not even saying that a little more of a push, but because he played good. I mean, his worst round was even par. So I didn't really see any meltdowns from him at all. I think he's back, man. I think we've righted the ship here.
The driver isn't quite back, but yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there. I mean, hey, I say he's getting there. He just won like last week, right? And then, but he's been, ever since the start of this year, he's been playing really well. And I love to watch Jordan. I mean, he's one of the most fascinating people to watch. Okay, but not so fast. Okay. I think he could have won if it wasn't for Greller shaving that beard.
Oh, he definitely took some of the mojo out, huh? Coming in on Sunday. Just saying.
I mean, I think Spieth was shocked by the beard being shaved, but not quite as much as JT was shocked about the beard being shaved of his buddy. But holy cow. Oh my goodness. What happened there?
I don't know. Maybe he fires a 71-68 even par on Saturday. Maybe he was mixing it up a little. Maybe he was trying to bring some mojo and, hey, let me change it up. Let me change it up, Heat. Maybe he told Crash, it's like, hey, there's no streak to break, man. This was the first round that wasn't under par for the weekend, so let's get back on a streak.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's great to see. I don't know what happened to JT during the rain delay, but holy cow, he went into the rain delay on fire, came out, and just like he didn't hit another good shot the entire time.
Speaking of your one and done, you did beat me in the one and done, but I don't think you beat me by much.
There was one point there I was in we were in second place. I was like, this is looking good.
Like, oh yeah, all those one and dones you told me to bet all that money on. It's like, well, hey, that didn't pay out. Hey, guess who's not listening to somebody the next time they make their pick?
Is it this week? Do we have to pick one this week?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it said it was a major. So I don't know if it's just the majors. I got to go back and look and see.
18 events, I think, though.
So it's got to be one and done. Yeah. Which I may kind of parlay and go a different direction from what I'm going to pick on this show. I may, but I may not. I know who I'm not picking. You know who I'm definitely going to pick?
Rory.
Whoever you don't. No. Whoever you do pick, I'm not picking them. Definitely going with somebody else. Who do you think was the most strategy? Who do you think was the most disappointed of the people that made the cut? Okay. Who do you think was the most disappointed?
JT. I mean, that guy was in second place and he ended up being like in what 20th, whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He was right there.
T21, right beside a Phil Mickelson that didn't look like he was even going to make the cut.
Yeah.
Shoots 75, 72, 69, and then even again to make it. I'm leaning towards Xander. He finishes T3 with Jordan, shoots 72, 69, 68, comes back and shoots another 72 on the final day. It is like he's going to be known as the man with the most runner-ups, even though it technically wasn't a runner-up. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't know what he's not doing that he can't close. I'm confused on that one. So,
well, when he was asked about 16 hitting the ball in the water, he said to Amanda that he flushed it. He hit it great. He was going to be aggressive. He needed to put the pressure on. I don't know. That miss was pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd say
that was a club length off, right?
Yeah. So. John Rahm shoots level par through Saturday and comes back and fires a 6 under for a T5 on Sunday. Hey, that guy said, "Let me go score here and get back to the kid, man. Get me off this course for a minute."
Yeah, that was strong. That was the most fun on Sunday. Was watching Rahm do that. Besides the winner, of course, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Rahm Rose kind of tanked. I was a little surprised that he pulled that off. Well, I was surprised to see him fire 65 on the first day, but then it just kind of progressively just couldn't keep it together.
Yeah.
So
it was good to see him start to get back into form. That's good. Yep.
DJ missing the cut, man. What's up with that?
Do you feel sorry for DJ that he only had 6 months worth of being the Masters champ?
No, come on. He's still got the jacket. Well, hey, I bet DJ's dreading that Champions Dinner next year. He's going like, good God. He's saying, hey, I just put that sea bass on there for people that don't eat beef. So take it easy on us.
Now you got sake and sea urchin, right?
Sake and all the sea urchin you can handle, bro.
DJ's gonna be stuffing dinner rolls in his pockets.
It's like, where's that sandwich card at? Where's the sandwich card? Let's see. Jimmy Walker, 75, shoots 73. He got close there on Friday. However, he did make good use of his time. He headed up to Buffalo Trace and did a barrel pick. So
did he?
Looking forward to, hey, Jimmy, how do we get a hold of one of those Weller foolproof barrel picks? That looked fun, man.
Wow. Well, that's cool.
Adam Scott. Boy, that was rough. Came in dead last, but he is still.
Wish he would have missed the cut. I wish he would have missed the cut. He was hurting me all weekend.
He is still a Masters champion.
Yeah,
can't take that away.
Yeah.
Who Sergio didn't make it. I don't know. I'm kind of.
The one I was most surprised didn't make it. In terms of the cut was Cantlay. I couldn't believe Cantlay missed the cut. He's been so on fire, that guy.
Yeah, no kidding. I was very surprised as well, which leads us into, is he going to fire back this weekend? Sungjae Im, that usually plays really well, missed the cut at 13 over.
Sungjae had a similar shot to Hideki on 15 last year, right? Because Sungjae almost hit the ball in the water last year on 15. Went over the green, right?
Yep.
Very similar shot.
Let's see who else. I don't know if there's anybody else that really surprised me. Kuchar didn't make it. It's kind of surprising. Garcia again. Berger. It's like, hey, he's coming up this week, and I don't know, is there still a rib thing or just the course was playing tough? And you got a lot of folks that. A lot of first lookers. I shouldn't say a lot of first lookers, but you had some first lookers and some folks that haven't necessarily scored that well in the past that kind of got it done. Stuart Sink coming in at T12, 2 under for the tournament. I will tell you the one thing that I would say ANGC won this week because they said there will not be any tournament records and you will not be shooting 20 under at my course anymore. And, I think honestly, though, for like Thursday and Friday, I think that they were letting it dry out intentionally because they thought they were going to get a lot of rain. Yeah. Just ask Billy Horschel. And if there's a positive takeaway out of Billy's performance this week, he definitely perfected the club slam in the bag, and probably kind of leads me on who not to pick this week because we're heading to Harbour Town and there's 17 water hazards, and I think that every single hole a water hazard comes into play. But maybe I do want to pick him because he's had plenty of water shots. And he couldn't wait to get those pants rolled up and show those calves off. How do you think Phil felt about that?
I think Phil's going to come out with his own sunblock next year.
Hit it in the water again. Hit it in the water again.
Speaking of club slamming, what about old Siwoo with that wood out there putting?
Wow. And I think that was on holes. Was that on 16 also where he did that?
It might have been. I don't know, but he was playing way too well to be playing that kind of stuff. Where
I mean, it kind of just goes to show that your emotions can really take over, and how do you keep them in check? But he shoots 71, 69, 74, and it's kind of got him, and then level par on the last round there. But yeah, he was playing. Really good. And that whole, I mean, so how do you think you're finishing out your round? I mean, do you think you're finishing like going, damn it, why did I do that? However, he putted really good with the 03 medal. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't know that it necessarily hurt him, may have hurt his pride, but I mean, he didn't putt that bad with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, how do you think his shots gained looked for that on the putting green with the 3-wood? Does it go if it's a fairway wood, or does that go towards the putter?
You get an asterisk, or what do you get for that? What's happening in that scenario? Yeah, I'm not sure, but Hey, all in all, the Masters never disappoints. It once again didn't. I'm kind of happy to see we got a first time winner too. I think it's good for the game of golf. I think it's good for Augusta.
Yep.
Definitely going to have to bring in some chefs next year so get some new chefs. So get a look at the kitchen.
Yep.
For the menu. So yeah,
I saw the Big Cat tweeted at Hideki, "Hey, congrats Hideki. You know, it's great for the game of golf, great for Japan." I think he said great for Japan. He might have, not have, but the sense of it was great for the golf world overall that you won, and congrats kind of thing. And I think that's the biggest theme coming out of this is it was great for the game of golf, which is great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What did we miss about the match? I'm sure we missed tons of stuff. But do we miss anything on your docket?
I don't think we missed anything on my docket. I mean, nothing. If we did, it was not as many fairways as Rory missed. I can tell you that. So.
Yeah. Are you surprised that Rory's not playing in Harbour Town this week? I mean, he had the weekend off.
No, because I remember we're doing the lap now where we're doing where we were last year when we picked up at Colonial, then it went to Harbour Town. And remember, Rory coming off of that break was top 5 Rory coming off that break, and then hit the Masters this last week. He hit his dad with I think a drive or something because he sprayed it, and then I remember last year at Harbour Town, watching PGA Tour live, I think on Friday morning, and watching Rory, and he hits his driver. I forget what hole it was, and he goes every effing time. Of course, he didn't do the
lot of F-bombs,
didn't do the clean version of it, but to hear Rory say every effing time with his driver, I knew he wasn't going to be coming back to Harbour Town this year.
A lot of F-bombs.
Yeah. So no, not shocking at all. Not shocking.
Yeah, me either. It's I don't know. We'll get into who's.
I was a little surprised, maybe like a Bryson wasn't showing up there, but maybe not.
Well, he was listed, and then he said, "Yeah, and, I'm out." So, but he was listed or scheduled to play. So he obviously disappointed in his performance there. We were talking about this with Tattersall the other last week, and I think it's just one of those courses where. The length doesn't necessarily help him as much because, the rough is not as penal and, it kind of gets you into that ball striking scenario where, if you're driving it decent, which all those guys, everybody out there is plenty long enough. So, I mean, I really think that's kind of the trigger there is it kind of rips a little bit out of him. So. Yeah.
Did you see real quick before we head over to Harbour Town? Did you see the video of the caddy doing the bow to the course afterwards?
I did see that. I was wondering if it was discouraged or respectful, but I took it that it was respectful that he was kind of bowing to the course. I did see it. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty dang cool. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, let's head to we got about a 2-hour drive, Augusta to Hilton Head Island, heading to a Pete Dye design. I believe Jack Nicklaus kind of cut his teeth in golf course design with Pete, working with him there. It is noted, though, that it is a Pat Dye design. We do have PB coming up on a show for pre-PGA Championship, so we'll have to ask him if he's got any good stories about Harbour Town. And so we got 136 players that'll be showing up to the 2021 RBC Heritage Top 65 and ties to make the cut. Defending champion Webb Simpson, CT Pan in 2019, Satoshi Kodari in 2018, Wes Bryant in 2017, and Brendan Grace in 2016. Just a couple of other notable players in the field. And I'll tell you what they've really done. So with everything that happened last year and it got canceled and then they brought it back on, they kind of restarted the tour and they restarted at
Colonial.
Okay. And then they went to
here,
Harbour Town. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the notables that are here. So DJ, Hatton, Webb Simpson, obviously, Cantlay, Berger, Fitzpatrick, Billy Ho, 17 water hazards coming into play, Paul Casey, M, English, Fleetwood, Ancer. I think there's, I swear I made a note on this. I believe there's five out of the top 10 in the world and 12 out of the top 25 that are going to be playing here. So, I think a combination of some of the, obviously with the restart last year, everybody, wanting to get some reps in. And then this year with some of the folks, some of the notables that missed the cut. I think it's going to be kind of spoiling us out there, man. So who you got? Simpson, that was a winner. Abe Ancer was the solo second. Berger, Hatton, T3. Garcia, T5. Poston, Thompson, T8. Fitzpatrick, 14. Ian Poulter, T14. Yeah, so good stuff. So here's the thing. So Harbour Town, we're moving from a long course, one of the longer courses on tour. Now we're moving to one of the shorter courses on tour, par 71, 7,100 yards. We've got Bermuda grass, tee to green, and kind of traditional PB dye, or I'm sorry, traditional peat dye. It's what is he visually intimidating? Is kind of the approach. So we're going to have the oak trees with the Spanish moss tree lined. I mean, this is going to be once again Shot Shapers course. I think this was last year. It was like in the top 5 of the shortest driving holes on tour. So you're going to see a lot of people opting for fairway woods, long irons, maybe some kind of hybrid off the tees. So really about shot placement off the tee box, firing into some of the smallest greens on tour. You probably just heard us talking about that at TPC Sawgrass. So I'm excited for the field here. I would consider this, relative to the tournament in the past, outside of last year, it's an extremely strong field, just coming off of Masters Week. Extremely strong field that we've got here with all the individuals that are showing up. So I don't know. Do you have any issues setting your lineups up? Because here's the thing. I think with this course and the way that it's going to play and what we're going to see out of it, in the sense that, again, you're going to have people that are kind of dialing it back off the tee, and it's going to be who's ball striking at their best right now, and then it's going to come down to putting. If you're not hitting the ball all that great, coming in a little cold, it's going to be around the greens. You're going to see a lot of people missing a lot of greens, and then it's going to tie back to kind of around the greens and your short game, which is also going to present a challenge just with the size of the greens there are and all the water hazards. And not to mention something else that you want to keep in mind is it is on the coast. So the weather was, I would say, pretty good in Augusta. It got a little windy, had a rain delay one day. It wasn't anything horrible, but definitely being down on the coast, we could get the wind kicking up a little bit. So, is that a place to start to consider some of the folks that have fared well in, high wind conditions? I don't know. I'm sure you've got Luke Donald in your lineup, Dan. I'm going to go ahead and make a note. Just beware. You may have a lot of good stats on Luke Donald that are popping up on fantasynational.com. I'm probably going another direction than Luke Donald this week. I don't think he's made a cut in his past, 15, 20 starts.
It's been a while. Yeah. I think this was played a couple months later in the year last year, right?
It started in either May or June. Yeah.
I think it was in June last year, and it may have been May. But it was significantly later. And I think the winds weren't quite as high last year when they played this. And I think Webb Simpson got the tournament record when he finished as well.
By the way, he did. Abe Ancer would have gotten it. I think he shot 20 under. Mm-hmm. He either shot 19 or 20, and then Webb either shot 20 or 21. So Webb, coming in second place, would have had the course record. However, the rest is history. Simpson pulls it off, which he always plays well here. So
he does. Yeah, I note that because, like with Augusta, with the tournament record, here he had another one. Last year was a little bit of an anomaly with the winds not being as high as they usually are in the spring when things are kind of moving around or whatnot. So it's definitely going to play a little bit different now than when it played last year. Yeah.
So speaking of,
I'll take one.
Top tier guys. You got DJ, Cantlay, Simpson, Morikawa, Cameron Smith, and Daniel Berger. That's all 10,000 plus. DJ coming in at 11.6. My strategy I went with this week is I don't think that the risk reward is enough to buy anybody in that top tier ranking. However, I don't know how you could argue DJ T17, T28, T16. Patrick Cantlay didn't play last year, but T3, T7, T3. Yeah. Webb Simpson won last year, T16, T5, T11, T66. Collin Morikawa, T64 last year, his first outing. Cameron Smith missed a couple of cuts, and he's kind of averaging around 30. Daniel Berger, T3 last year. I don't know, outside of probably Cameron Smith and Morikawa, just looking at the stats, that's probably where I would have to redirect. But again, I don't know, can you go wrong with any of those folks in that elite tier? I don't know that you really could. I just don't know that, in how this is going to be dialed back. And by the way, I'm looking at, I'm looking at all past 24 rounds coming into this thing, because I think it's going to be a little bit of a different course. It's going to be back to what it was, as you mentioned, and prior to coming in, playing this at a different time last year. So, and, again, look at the top two, 11-6 and 10-9. DJ Cantlay didn't make the cut last week at the Masters. I don't know if anybody would have bet. I surely wouldn't have bet that Cantlay did that. I had him leading my lineup last week. That we all know where that went. And then, who would have thought DJ wouldn't have been at least in the top 5? So
remember last time this year, I'm just going off of memory, you and I, in the golf world in general, thought that there was no way in the world, and we would have cashed our Vegas, probably did cash our Vegas tickets early, saying, this guy's going to win this, he's going to win this. We all thought Sungjae M was going to win the FedEx Cup and run away. The FedEx Cup and run away. And I will remind you that he absolutely hates these greens. He absolutely do not take Sungjae this week. The last 2 times he's played here, he's been horrible on the greens.
And missed the cut last week, so he's got to be coming in with a little bit of frustration. So
Cal, let me translate this. Oh, we didn't touch on this. We didn't touch on this. Let me translate this to you in terms of what I just said. Is take Sungjae M. He's probably your one and done because he's probably going to win. Okay,
exactly.
Now, exactly.
Already made a note.
I do want to touch on one thing we forgot to touch on, and that's with Hideki. After playing in the U.S. for a decade, are we sure he doesn't speak more English than he's letting on? I've seen Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck, and that manager spoke perfect English, and he was putting a joke on everybody saying, I think Hideki speaks perfect English.
Well, he did respond to a couple of Jim Nance's questions, and he was listening very attentively. And obviously English isn't his first language, but he did answer. He gave a nod, or he gave a couple of responses. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a safety net. Maybe it's hey, I want to make sure that I answer appropriately and accordingly. But I don't know, as much as we see him on the U.S. tour, I don't know how that could be the case these days. Right. Yeah, okay. I mean, and especially just considering the personality of a golfer, of that, type A, perfectionist, et cetera. I don't know. Maybe that's, again, if I don't go down that road, then I don't ever have, just think of the challenges that you don't get faced with. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Back on task.
Let's see. Anybody in the elite? You got Simpson in your lineup?
No, I don't. I couldn't afford him.
I don't have anybody there either. I think there's a lot of good players in the 7, 8, 9. I didn't have to go below $7,000. That's how deep I think the field is. And I did not take any of the elite players just because I think there's much better values. Can Webb repeat? Absolutely. I think he can. Is he going to? I don't know. I'm going to take the field, obviously, with the way I'm setting this up. So,
and then some of these guys are coming in really pissed off. Like DJ Cantlay, these guys are not playing here because they just want to let's just go play. I mean, they're coming there because they're pretty PO'd about the performance over at the Masters. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. But once again, I think you got to look at who's hitting their irons really good. Yeah. I think that's probably going to tie us back into, that's probably why I'm not picking any outside of Simpson. Morikawa, I mean, definitely a guy that could turn it on here. But yeah, I'm moving on. So our first guy under 10,000, Will Zalatoris, finishing second in the Masters. Is he going to pull this thing off?
No history here. Don't know. I mean, he hit the irons really well. I mean, the guy crushes the ball. I say crush the ball relatively for 28-inch waist or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know how he's going to play here. He's a great player. Yeah.
No history at Augusta.
Yeah. I did take the one just below him at $9,500, Mr. Hatton. I took Mr. Hatton. Did you?
No, absolutely not.
Why would you? I mean, he only finished like second or third here last year.
Exactly.
So 18th last week at the Masters. He missed the cut at the Players. 21st at API, WGC 22nd, 6th at the Saudi International. And again, last year, what did he face? T3 here last year. He was on fire. He didn't like miss many shots at all. Loving the way he loves this course. Yeah.
I did take the guy just below him at $9,300. The Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Corey Connors. I'm riding the hot ball striking of one Corey Connors. He was 8th at the Masters. You got a 14th, and then you got 7th at TPC, another Pete Dye design, and 3rd at the API. He was T21 here last year. Prior to that, he missed both cuts, but I think we were looking at a completely different golfer in Corey Connors, and I like where he's coming in at. He's second in total strokes gained, second in strokes gained tee to green, and he is second in DraftKings points. The only reason this man is going to have an issue and not come out of here with the top 5 is if for some reason his ball striking cools down, which I don't expect it to, and he's got to work around the green. That's his only weakness. But again, when you're striking the ball like he is, you're putting yourself in really bad spots from a ball striking standpoint. So Corey Connors, I like him.
I went against the grain on my next one here. It's going to cost me big time. I took Paul Casey. I mean, he's only played here twice in the last 5 years, missed both cuts. I just love the way this guy's striking the ball. I mean, look at this. Look at the history. He's like 26 last week at the Augusta, 5th at the Players, 10th at API, 5th at Pebble. I mean, it's great form. Great form. But it's probably going to cost me. He
didn't do me any favors in my lineup last week, so I'm moving on from one Mr.
Hey, he made the cut.
I know he did. I think he's tired. All
right.
Fitzpatrick, I think he's a solid play here.
I had him in and out of some lineups. Yeah, he didn't make it to my final lineup, but yeah.
He didn't make it in mine either. Just a little too expensive, but I like him here. I think he's got he's striking the ball well. I think he's got a great chance to respond.
You'll skip over this week's winner at Sanjay.
Let's see. Fitzpatrick, he's got a T14, T39, and T14, another T14 here. So, yeah, definitely Fitzpatrick. If you can, that's why I did have my lineup originally started out with Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't get away from Connors, man. Couldn't get away from him. That guy's playing too damn good.
He is.
Sanjay M, who is ranked number 1 in putting right now. I don't know how the hell that's the case, but
wait till this week.
He's gonna show you how to do it. I don't know. Yeah, I got no love for Sanjay yet. That just coming off last week, that was pretty bad. So.
He's missed the cut here only 2 times he's played it. Yeah. Just stay away.
I do have,
and he was red hot when he missed those cuts here.
I know. I do have the young Mexican Abraham
I knew you did. The tequila.
Tequila. Solo second last year. Again, hey, tournament record is in his hand. He's T22nd or better in his last 3 starts. And I think it's only a matter of time, man. I think this course sets up really well for him. As he showed last year, he's not going to have to worry about, blasting it off the tee. And I just damn it, Abe, I'm going to pray for that putter just to get just a little, I don't need it to get hot, just get warm. Just get the putter warm for me. Get it warm.
Exactly.
But 26th at the Masters, 22nd at TPC this year. So I like Abe's chances, man.
I took Harmon, kind of ups and downs here.
Utah. Give me 2.
Give me 2. Okay, go ahead. You go first.
Get me 2. 12th at the Masters, 3rd at TPC, T28, T23, and T9 at Harbour Town. I mean, the guy is so here's the thing I think about Harmon, right? I think he's streaky. Like he gets hot and he's gonna get you there. And right now he's hot. Now, how long is that gonna last? I don't know. I am anchoring on the T12 at the Masters and the T3 at TPC, coming into something that's going to play somewhat similar to TPC.
Yep.
I just need him to stay hot.
Yep. I took it for the same reason. I love the form right now. Yep. Sergio played pretty well here last year, didn't he? Yeah, T5.
T5.
Yeah, I didn't take him.
Yeah, I didn't either. He missed the cut at the Masters. I don't know, does that or doesn't it mean anything? I mean, generally speaking, Sergio's been playing pretty good. Forget where he made it in the match play, but you got 9th at the Players, 32nd WGC. I don't know. I mean, he plays well here. So, and I would say he's a Pete Dye guy. Mm-hmm. So, no reason not to. Just couldn't afford the guy.
Mm-hmm. You're up.
Let's see. Shane Lowry, I got nothing, even though he had a decent finish last week, didn't he?
He's been showing some good signs of coming alive again.
Yeah, 21st at Masters, 36 Honda, 8th at the Players. So depending on how much stock you're putting into that Players finish, and is going to be able to carry it over. Another guy that I really, 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 really wanted to play, I just couldn't afford him, was Harry English. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't afford him, man. So I had to go a different direction. But I
thought you took Harry.
No, I had to go a different direction. Couldn't afford the guy.
I don't really like Harry's recent form. 21st at the Masters, 26 at API, then 66 in Mexico, miscut. So I guess the last 2 tournaments have been better. Really good. I guess 21st and Masters is pretty dang good. But
he's T17, T25, T32 here. So I mean, he plays the course relatively well. So
it's a good pick.
Let's see. Lee Westwood. I don't know, man. I think we could see a little bit of a rebound from Westy. I think he's still going to be kind of tired. I think that run that he had there, 3 and 4 weeks ago, I think it's still going to take its toll just a little bit. Billy Ho, all the water you can handle, bruh. All the water you can handle. It's like he should get some of those little water, those sandals that those golfers play in. That way he doesn't have to take his shoes off every time. He can just roll his pant legs up.
Exactly.
And if you can't wear shorts, why is it permissible that you can roll your pants up to jam level and you can play? I wonder if there's a rule that you can't roll them up past knee height or something.
Speaking of, did you see it was late in the round yesterday? Hideki hits it into the woods. It bounces off and bounces back into the second cut. He started jogging. Did somebody yell at him, "Hey, you're not allowed to run? You're not allowed to run?" Because he started jogging after that ball.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that.
There's no running at Augusta, right?
Yeah, I saw the ball come out, but I wasn't paying attention enough to see it.
I was wondering if anybody said anything to him. Yeah.
Right. Maybe. I don't know. So I don't know. Yeah, Billy Ho, get some of those sandals, and we need an official ruling on how high you can actually roll your pant legs up before they're considered shorts.
Asking for a friend.
Let's see, who else have I got coming down the line here? Kevin Na, I like him. Couldn't afford him. He's got a good track record here. He didn't play here last year. She got a T10 and a T4 out of the guy over his past 4 starts. Been playing good. I think he was 2 under to finish the Augusta. I do have our friend Matt Kuchar.
Oh, do you?
T41 last year, 2nd in 2019, T23, T11, T9, and he was the winner in 2014. Now, the reason that I'm picking Matt Kuchar is because he had the weekend off and he is going to be rested up.
And he likes his place.
He was 12th at Valero. So I'm liking some Matt Kuchar chances. And hey, maybe a 2-time winner at Harbour Town after the 2021 tournament.
He could. He likes his place a lot. That's for sure. All right. I'm at 77. Where are you at next?
I like Siwoo. Don't know Henley. So see, I'm in a bind here. This is where I got to make a decision. And I mean, this is talk about coming down to the wire. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't know where to go with this. I don't know. I'm going to go.
I would stay away from Siwoo and Russell Henley. According to Fantasy National, they've missed the cut the last 2 years, each of them.
So here's my dilemma. I'm hung up between Charlie Hoffman and Ian Poulter. Never mind. It's made my decision for me. Strokes gained total, tee to green, Charlie Hoffman, DraftKings points, Charlie Hoffman. I'm going Charlie Hoffman. What he won a couple of weeks ago. You got a 34th, 17th at TPC. He did miss the cut here last year, but then you got T45, T23, and T14. I think Hoffman's going to right the ship and bring it around. So I'm picking Hoffman as my 5th pick.
Okay.
He's ranked number 1 in total strokes gained, and he's ranked number 1 in DraftKings points.
Yeah, he plays well here. He plays well.
How can I not take that guy?
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm taking 2 at $7,700. I've got Bezuidenhout at 77, T28. One time he's played here. Good recent form with Christian here. 40th at the Masters last week, 41st at Players, 7th at the API, 32nd WGC Mexico, which was in Florida. 38th at the Masters in November. So we'll back and forth from that. But yeah, decent form here coming into this event. And like I said, played here one time before and was T28. I also took our buddy Kiz at $7,700. Yeah, he missed the cut here last year. Again, didn't play exactly like it normally does. The wind wasn't kicking like it normally does, but other course history, T41 and 19, T7 and 18, T11 and 17, T69 and 16. So if you look at all the history here, he likes this course. That's apparent, right? And you look at recent form from Kiz, he missed the cut last week, as did a lot of people. Missed the cut the Players, as did a lot of people. API 35th. WGC Workday 41st, Sony 32nd, Century Champions 24th, RSM 2nd. Not the best form coming in. I don't like those 2 missed cuts with the Masters and the Players, but a lot of really good players missed the cut on both of those events. So I think Kiz this sets up really well for his game, and he knows that. And he played well at the match play.
He did. Yeah. Yep. No, I agree. I think it sets up really good for his game. I got Michael Thompson coming in at $7,200.
Make it two. We don't plan this, guys.
T34 at the Masters, T19 at the Honda, T48 at the Players. I'm really looking at that player stuff, kind of going, weighing pretty heavily on how they finished there, just looking at recent form.
He's got really good recent form. Yeah.
And at this tournament, you got T8, T10, and T42. So he likes the course, sets up really well for him. I think Michael Thompson is at 7,200. I think that dude is a great friggin' value here, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's a ton of value at the bottom, and not even at the bottom of the rung, man. I mean, there's plenty of other players that if you need to get deeper than that, if you went a little heavier at the top. But yeah, I like Michael Thompson chance. I actually think this could be the best lineup I've set up this season.
Good.
to make the for all 6 players to make the cut line.
All right, well, we'll see.
Oh, we will see, Dan. Oh, we will.
What about old JT Poston?
I liked him here too. I was kind of torn between himself and Michael Thompson. And I opted for Michael Thompson, but I think Poston is a good play here. I think Streelman's a good play here. I think Kirk's coming in kind of hot, so I think you got something there.
Streelman, they playing Travelers next week?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's a big Streelman track up there, man. Yeah, I think he's good here too. I'm with you. Yeah.
Everything says Zach Johnson should be somebody that makes the cut here. Early and often.
No, it's not. It's that threw me off. No, that Travelers is in for a while, but it's the next week is the Zurich thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was off on that.
CH3, Adam Hadwin, CT Pan. It's recent form. I don't know that's where you want to go down, but
Doc was hot here last year. Yep.
Let's see. Rory Sabatini, T21, T10, and T23. If you got $6,800, I mean that's probably a solid play for you. Russell Knox missed the last 2 cuts up until that point. He was doing really well. Bryce Carnett, T17, T42. Just looking to see. Oh, Mark Hubbard, T33 last year. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think, yeah, I mean, I really feel good about this, man. I think, and I think we're going to have a two-time champion after this weekend.
Oh, do you? Who you got?
Matt, give me Cooch. Give me Cooch.
Lock you on Cooch. I'm
Give me
taking Ian
Cooch.
Poulter.
Ooh, both of us went. We went way down the money list there.
I know.
So hold on. I think Kuchar is at $8,000 and Poulter's in the sevens at said he's in the seven. Yeah, $7,600. Way down the money list to pull those one and dones, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's a strong field. I think these guys play well here. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. Well,
hey, there's no what a vacation, Hilton Head Island. It's a fun time. It should be a good tournament. We're gonna see. I guess we'll see some familiar faces based on last year, but it's going to be interesting to see. Down the road, it'll be interesting looking back. How many? Is this something that people kind of get? They grow fond of, and do they start showing up a little more at Harbour Town and Hilton Head?
You don't trust Harry Higgs in Hilton Head this week?
I did see. Now I don't know how many tickets there were for sale, but it did say that it was sold out.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if that means. Which I'm sure if you look at the diluted, entry, the participant tickets that are sold. Yeah. I would imagine all of those have been sold out too. I didn't see if it's sold out and we're letting a limited number of people in. I just saw that it was sold out. So either way, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm surprised. Let's see how many fans in. We don't have to call them patrons anymore, by the way.
Oh, good.
RBC Heritage. Let's see if they give us how many of the people each year. More than 135,000 spectators arrive. Oh, I mean, I just said as of Monday, more than half of the limited. Okay, so it is a limited ticket supply. Okay. Yeah. What did they say of those spectators? The site says 62. No, maybe they're. Dan, that's why part of the show. I mean, think of all the good stuff we're losing here.
What are we losing?
Yeah, nothing. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was just looking to see if it says the 2021 tournament will look a little different than it normally does. If the experience will be
Speaking of tournaments, Cal, what do we have coming up on the show this week?
We're going to have I think the Mitsubishi Electric Classic is going to release with our friend Monty up at Sugarloaf Country Club. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to
that was a fun chat.
It was a fun show. Yeah,
we got some good Miguel stories. We talked a little Adam Scott. What else did we talk about during that one? Some John Daly, maybe. I can't remember everything we talked about, but I definitely love the Miguel ones. Yeah,
talked about Four Roses barrel pick.
Oh yeah.
So looking.
How was that, by the way?
It was. To be honest, I haven't cracked it yet. I was going to kind of wait until the show dropped and maybe get on and do a review about it. So.
Oh, cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it does say with fewer tickets being released for distribution, it'll work toward official partner. Yeah. So it doesn't say. I think that's one thing that they're doing a really good job of. Well, I don't know if you can say it's a really good job, but I think that's one thing the tournaments are doing. They're calling it limited ticket sales, but it doesn't say how many they're actually released. At least this is the site I'm looking under. So
on Friday, Knows Your Bourbon. Tell me what's going on with that one.
Ooh, Knows Your Bourbon. So that was a fun one. We did that after your bedtime, so you didn't get to participate in that. But yeah, I had a really great time going through kind of a sensory call or a sensory lesson with Knows Your Bourbon, and we did three pours, and we kind of cracking open all the little the different. So what do we have? We had we had oak, and we had honey, and we had rye, and we had brown sugar. So we're kind of nosing and we're tasting and going through and kind of taste and then going back through the tasting notes. So by the way, yeah, if you're interested, Father's Day is coming up. I'm sure there's other important events in your whiskey or bourbon drinker's life where you may be looking for a gift. So go check out knowyourbourbon.com. Really, really cool gift set, reasonably priced. And, it's probably something that the person may not buy for themselves, but they really could enjoy. It'd be a good date night, maybe. Yeah. So
good.
Yeah. So looking forward to head to South Carolina, looking forward to the shows dropping this week. And, we got plenty more booze shows coming up. We'll be doing some sampling. We got some other golf folks that'll be coming on and releasing soon. So looking forward to getting those out to everybody. Be sure to follow. If you're interested in our barrel pick, it's birdies_bourbon on IG or Twitter. And hey, by the way, thanks to our friends at Turtleson Apparel for hooking us up with this sweet gear. I can't get out of, I get out of it enough when I need to clean it, but I'm loving rocking it. Looks good, feels good, extra comfortable. Looking forward to getting it out on the course this week again.
All right. Cheers.
See you in Hilton Head. Cheers.
Cheers.